Welcome to a DropTent Media production.
In the mirror on some non-stop chop. Some gon' leave it in the beef upon the floor. Drop bars, don't stop around Mars. Cause the damn dark guns shine my beat from the top cars.
This is Rustin Long and Justin Long.
Hey, I'm Dustin Long and I'm Rustin Long, and together we're wide.
They just high five each other with different trucker hats.
Snapback boys.
Oh, dude, the captain is here. Dustin is here.
What's up? It's me, Dustin Long. I'm a hacker. I love Evanescence. Wake me up inside, boys.
Honest to God, if I didn't know you and you told me you liked Evanescence, I would be like, no, Rusty does. Rusty likes them a lot.
Well, I feel like I'm just like a blank palette that you could just like shoot personality onto. Like I could be a little pop punk bitch, or I could be like one of those white guys who says the N-word, or I could be like
is your avatar?
Oh my God,
you have a better
look like a white guy who would say the N-word. I never thought about
I
that.
look alike,
Only on his
but am not. That's what's all right. Honestly, that makes it more impressive that I don't, because I look like I might, but I don't.
Yeah, we'll swap headsets with Jeff, and then you are.
Yo, I like how whenever we do mashups, we try to mash up the name. I feel like this is just my opinions suck right now.
Yeah.
My opinions suck.
What was it? Rusty, I was telling Scott about the last time we did this, and Jeff, you might remember this one. You were like, I got a fun little cutesy story for you, and then you talked about your friend overdosing.
There wasn't really a solid conclusion to the story. You're like, and then he died, and that's when I looked at the sign, and me and Dan were like, I'm gonna be honest, man. I don't think that was a sick segue at all. I think we were talking about something different.
Yeah.
Did he get sponsored by Narcan?
Obviously not.
Rusty's like, did you guys see my friend's kill cam? Let me just tell it to you in detail. And you're like, whoa, dude, I'll just play the game.
So I thought you had to administer it anally. I was wrong.
I actually probed him. I have some good camera shots everywhere. You're like, Rusty, how'd you get these angles, dude?
I just wanted to share something personal with the listeners, and by the listeners, I mean Dan Clark. I want to welcome into my life.
It wasn't but that's the thing. It wasn't a personal thing. It was like, here's a fun little cute.
And it wasn't. And that's literally
whimsy story. It was like, that got dark.
Well, I mean, if a lot of things have been going on in the world. You guys have anyone die recently? You want to talk about it?
No one's actually.
No one I know has died. Apparently, my cousin's husband's aunt did, and I was like, all right, I don't know that guy, so sure.
That's not a funeral you have to go to. Like, you're not obligated.
This is actually the best type of death you don't have to go to. You're just like, oh, you know what? Good dude. That was a good dude right there.
He wasn't good enough for me to visit him, but good dude.
Not enough for me to iron my dress shirt.
Yeah.
My friend's grandma just kicked the old COVID bucket, and he had to go to a Zoom funeral for her, and that is
those are actually
no, those are real, dude. It's not just for open mics.
Funnier than a Zoom mic. It's probably, dude. Zoom
I think it was less sad, probably.
Yeah, definitely. You're almost just like, so she was actually the best Nana. Get down.
Yeah.
You were the best. Get down. Shut up. Just screaming at your kids in the background. This is for Nana.
Dude, I just can't imagine having to like show all of your mourning relatives what the inside of your room looks like. You know what I mean?
So is there just
everyone copes different, dude.
Is there just like one person who's on Zoom on their phone and just like waves it over the body for an open casket thing?
Yeah, it's one of these. Like, so actually, this is
You see like a selfie with a corpse. Like this was Nana, not her now, but it was.
He forgets what he's doing. It's just panned on the tits.
There's a Drew Dobrik production, actually. They just did it like a fucking Vine compilation. Nana's best.
Yeah, man. Zoom stock is probably just as high as it's ever gonna be,
Oh.
right? Like, I feel like there's no way in the world people are going like back to doing this ever again. Like, I was exhausted from Zoom probably the first week.
Well, I mean, no, it's
Yeah.
everything, dude. Fucking, do you see what AMC and Universal did?
I saw that AMC was
what'd they
mad
do?
Universal or some shit.
Yeah, dude. Well, because Universal was like, hey guys, guess what? Trolls 2, fucking buy it now in your house, and guess what? Everything ever, because this was a great idea. And AMC is like, don't do that. And now they won't show any Universal Studios pictures because there's until they stop selling them directly into your house.
Good.
It's basically like they're fucking AMC's girlfriend, us, the customer, and it's just like, hey man, I don't know.
Oh, did you just relate us? Did you just say we were all girlfriends?
Yeah, dude.
And then bail on your premise? You just called us all a bunch of chicks and then left? What a
I was
weird
waiting for you to like
thing do
recite a Sex and the City episode.
I had to hold myself back. That's why I cut out, man.
There was this guy, his name's
No.
AMC, the biggest dick I've ever seen.
And yeah, I don't even know what I was getting at there.
A
Sorry.
massive cock, AMC. Read between the lines, man.
A massive cock, AMC. AMC 8,
Damn, ooh.
At least.
at least, dude. AMC 16.
No, but literally, like, industries are just fucking dead. Like, fucking movie industry is fucking dead.
Really?
Yeah.
They're just throwing a stone on their way out. They're just like,
Oh,
Because-
dude, for my dad's birthday, so my dad like loves going to the movies, and my dad has money, so like he doesn't actually fucking need anything. So I get him a movie gift card
brag.
for his birthday every year.
My dad's
And
super well
I
off.
got him an AMC card, and then I was like, "Oh, but, you can use this when when this is all over." And then like 2 days later, they went out of business or whatever.
It was between that or Carnival Cruise. I wasn't sure.
Oh, man.
here,
dude,
Dad, you
could
can hold this
imagine?
card as a souvenir in your wallet of how times will never be the same. Your
Yeah.
golden days are behind you.
And this is the moment where you were. My dad was like, "I could die now. It's fine."
You actually bought a Zoom Premium so his funeral wouldn't get cut off after 40 minutes.
Zoom cremations. Now that is affordable.
That's
You could just YouTube fireplace and we could just call it.
just like the ashes are in there. Yeah.
I was thinking Germany's 1930s.
Just anything you want on that. Well, I
Me
guess
and
you don't want,
Scott,
if you don't want any color to the picture, then
we were right before we started this. Me and our other roommate, Jack Fitzsimmons, we were debating how long it would take for Scott to say something somewhat problematic, fueled by the fire of Rusty Wright and Jeff Coella.
well, you know what? I've been on my best behavior. Rusty's
just-
off to a real questionable start.
No, we just encourage an atmosphere that welcomes openness and like maybe like saying the word gay or something. I don't know.
If you're gonna get canceled, you better do it on our show. That's all we're saying. Okay,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
want those clicks.
I want the 20 people to listen to My Voice Sucks to hate me by the
Yeah,
end
dude.
of this episode.
20? Yo, Dan, we actually you and I, we got to do one of like the last possible comedy shows before quarantine started up.
Yeah,
We're at that March Madness together.
dude, I did 3 that week.
Oh, you did 3 that week?
Yeah, I did the March.
You were cramming those nuts away for comedy winter, dude.
Yeah, I did the March Madness thing, which everyone bombed. I did a show in like up by Shippensburg, where I had some car issues on the way up there. I showed up 20 minutes late. I like almost pissed myself, and the second I got out of the bathroom, the guy was like, "Oh yeah, you're up now," and it was all old people, so I didn't get to read the room at all. Bomb there. And then I did one the next night at Tom Crolius's thing in Delco, and that one actually went okay.
Tom Crolius was the highlight of the week. Oh, that's tough.
Oh yeah, yeah,
That's
he was
tough.
like, yeah, because he was like, "This isn't as bad as everyone says it is," and then he booked a show.
He's just like insecure as shit. He's like, actually, my shows aren't too bad. I know a lot of people hate them. I do not.
No one was holding out like Steve Bickel, dude. He was in it till the end, dude. I pictured him on this just shitty white trash Titanic going down in the kiddie pool.
I bombed my last comedy show. I just ate a dick. I hosted for Dan Madden and Foster because Foster just like got like landed late or something from his flight, and they were like, "Can you just host?" And then I got up there and I bombed so hard. I was like, "Oh my god, I ruined the show." And then like everybody after me bombed, and I was like, "Oh no, it was just a bad show."
Isn't that the best? Knowing it's not your fault, like
Yeah, honestly, not saying I root for people's failure, but I root for a collective failure.
A collective failure. Yeah.
Sounds to me like you were the front lines, and you fell, and then the battalion got trampled. I don't know, dude.
You know, it sounds like I
don't know much about war, but
It was just like the crowd was a real good army, and
I left that show, and they were like, as soon as I left the bar, they were like, "Basketball is canceled," and I was like, I thought
it wasn't that bad.
I thought
Yeah.
man, I didn't know they were doing basketball, dude. I have to go home and listen to the radio. Basketball's over. You know what? I'm just gonna go home. I'll probably just crash the car. I probably would have quit comedy. I'll probably try to join the NBA.
Yo, dude, fucking cosmic comedy barters with fucking Satan. It's just every time you bomb something, you lose something you love.
it's like Saul.
You try a new joke, your fucking mom dies, dude.
Fucking soul stone, dude. You're like, I really want to be a good comedian, and they're like, well, then we're just gonna destroy your family. And you're like, I'm already broken inside. Go ahead. Go ahead.
You just killed Tim Curry.
So we can blame all the bad things in the world on shitty open micers, which we all, the four of us, are of course above shitty. I mean, barely above, but we are not shitty
I'm like
open
a crappy
micers.
open micer, I would say.
I would say crappy. Yeah. We're all a step above that, right?
Dude,
Yeah. I like to think of myself as the worst guy on your showcase.
The tallest midget.
I consider us all good enough to be extras in the new Nicolas Cage version of Joe Exotic's Tiger King.
Oh, I hope so.
I think we're at that level. I'll tell you right now, Scott. I think there's a role for you in the Tiger King show. That's
oh my god, are you kidding me, dude? I want to kill him off and bring him back as someone else, dude. I want to keep reusing him like a shitty henchman.
The boyfriend that shoots himself, right? That's you guys.
Yes.
Yeah, perfect.
Dude, that's you.
But you could also be the guy with no legs. I see that too.
I don't know which one's worse or better.
No. The way what you need to do is you need to put contacts in. You need to shave your facial hair, and then you're the methed out, like the hot boyfriend that shoots himself.
All right, so Scott, could you just do me a favor for the audition process here? Could you just pretend you're kissing Nicolas Cage from your movie? It's just
unrelated.
I love you in Leaving Las
Dan,
Vegas.
You're Nicolas Cage.
the microphone is Nicolas Cage in Gone in 60 Seconds.
Have you ever seen The Orchid Hunter?
Dude, Nicolas Cage is a terrible cast. Can we just point that out? And it's not because I know everyone's thinking like, well, he could probably pull off the look potentially. It's not about the look. Think about him doing the voice. Just the I'm broke as shit. He's gonna come in. He's gonna be like, listen to me. I'm broke as shit.
He's talking
to Baskin.
I'm not comfortable saying that word.
Yeah. My thing with that casting is that he shouldn't be acting, and when he should be the subject of like a weird documentary like that.
I agree.
Yeah.
Like in 20 years, there will be a Nicolas Cage documentary, and everyone will be like, "Wait, we let that guy on TV? Why?"
I agree.
Yeah.
Yo, I will say I'm totally down for Nicolas Cage to play Joe Exotic if Joe Exotic gets to play Ghost Rider.
Absolutely.
That would be cool.
I'll start that petition free. Listen, Joe Exotic is a shitty person, but I want him out of jail if he can do all the sequels to Ghost Rider from this point.
I'm super down. That's actually his prison nickname.
Yeah, is there a movie Nick Cage did where he's just like, I should be able to own fucking lions?
Yeah, probably. He probably just says that shit. Nicolas Cage probably called them and was like, I would like to buy a tiger. And they were like, Nicolas Cage wants to do Tiger King. And he's like, I would like to buy a tiger. It's got something better for you.
I think that's like the same as buying a gun where you have to get like a background check in like 5 days.
Apparently not. Apparently you can just buy a tiger.
Damn.
I think it's easier to buy a tiger than a gun, which Dude, if you brought a gun to a tiger fight, I don't know.
Yeah.
It depends on what kind of gun you're rocking.
Imagine
Rock,
like
paper,
Columbine but
tiger.
with tigers instead of semi-automatic weapons.
Dude, if they,
Yo,
dude, that's so good. Gym teacher's coming in, he blows the whistle. All the tiger's like, just fucking goes, just storms a locker room.
He just pulls a lion out of his trench coat.
It's a lion dressed up like a tiger. It's a lion. He's like, I'm actually a lion and I hate people.
there's the one kid who is nice to him. He stops to let him pet the tiger. He's like, "You were always good to me."
Yeah.
Oh my god! I don't know if you guys ever watched Walking Dead or not, but they got to that one point where like King Ezekiel had a tiger, and it's just like a super. And he's like literally, he's like, I am King Ezekiel, and his whole thing is he's got a tiger in the zombie apocalypse, and it's just like,
That's pretty
you know
cool.
what's crazy
That's cool.
is that guy would exist in the zombie apocalypse, but even though you were written as a king with a tiger, you still were not the Tiger King. There was
No.
still a man in Oklahoma kissing a bunch
Yeah.
of boys going, that shit ain't real.
Yeah. I stopped watching The Walking Dead after they didn't kill Carl.
Fuck Carl,
I
dude.
was like, when I realized they weren't going to just murder him, I was like, this show needs to stop. I don't advocate for the death of children, but that kid
But
needed to die.
fuck that kid.
Yeah.
But
Right?
fuck
I feel
that
like
kid.
episode
We talk about
3
this regularly.
should have been
I
the death of Carl. That would have been,
You'd
it
be
would have been such
surprised.
a good series if the episode 3 of the whole thing was death of Carl.
Dude,
If I
I
would have
agree.
seen that coming up, I would have been like, must watch
Wouldn't
watch
you
TV.
Isn't it crazy to think that in like season 5 you were like, you know what, man? In season 2, when that little boy was shot, I had no idea that I was rooting for the wrong side. I'm not gonna keep fucking talking. Fuck that kid.
Yo, I wish that in season 5, right, they had gone back in time to kill Carl and started the show over from there, and then I would still be watching it.
Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah. Did you ever watch like the spin-off they did, which was like Fear of the Walking Dead, which is just like prostitute zombies in Los Angeles biting people? I think that's what it was. I don't know if they're prostitutes. That would make it more interesting than it probably
Wasn't that
was.
Cat House Ghouls?
Dude, yeah, no, Walking Dead lost it for me. I was super out once, like, and dude, I gave it a lot of chances. Like season 2, they never left the farm, dude. They never left the farm.
Yeah.
You're just like, all right, something's gonna happen, right? There's like,
Well, that was
16
a budget
episodes.
thing, dude. They couldn't afford it.
Okay,
Like
and we
most
let that
rural
one slide.
Americans.
And we let that one slide. And then at one point they were like,
They were
"You're
tied up with
trash
AMC."
women." Remember the women in the trash, like the pit, like the dump? They were just like, yeah, these are women in the dump. And you're
Oh,
like,
yeah.
what do they do? And they were like, we'll get back to it. There's like 7 groups we're focusing on. And you're like, that's too many. I can't even keep track of who Rick's with right now. Michonne, are they together? What's happening?
I could never get into it. Call me when they're running, am I right? Like fucking sorry.
World War Z would be way different, dude. You'd have to like, dude, there you wouldn't
Is
even.
that Brad Pitt?
Yeah, dude. But it's running zombies. It's more about running zombies than Brad Pitt because running zombies is the most
Yeah.
petrifying.
Why did they call it that? If they called it running zombies, dude, I would have been like, all right, well, now we're talking. Like,
Well, no, if they called it Running Zombies, you'd probably just have like a bunch of retarded seventh graders going, I want to see this movie Running and Zombie. Like that's
I agree. It sounds more of like an app, like a
Yeah.
game than anything else. It's like Temple Run, but for like The Walking Dead. Yeah, dude, that shit.
yo, my friends scared the shit out of me recently because like I know that obviously Alexa's like record shit, right? And like apps on your phone record shit.
Yeah.
But like that he pointed out to me that like we know that its trigger word is like you say like Alexa and then it's like I'm listening and you know that, but its trigger word there could be like 1,000 of them. It could be like I want this, like you know what I mean, and it starts fucking recording you and stuff. And apparently like 90% of those games are like running zombie fun time. Like it's just for your kid to download and then it just constantly records you forever.
Well, I know one of them is Dusty. That Dusted.
Wait, what happened?
That's
he was trying to. I know it, Scott. I know what you were doing. I know exactly what you're doing, and I let you hang.
I barely knew what Rusty was talking about, let alone.
Yeah. I had a rough idea what Rusty was talking about, and I kind of knew where Scott was going. I was like, no, I'm going to let him hang himself. This is what.
We can edit this, right?
No, we cannot.
Be the best.
No, yeah, thank you, Evan. We cannot edit this. I'm a bad friend, guys. If anyone is ever going to bomb in front of me, I let it happen. I'm not going to save any of you. So
I'm probably going to zoom in
know.
on that. On that, we're going to get it just clipped.
perfect.
out.
We're going to clip
Now
that.
you bring the video effects, dude.
Fucking promo.
Yeah.
Now you
Promo
put it
for
in
a
iMovies.
Got 3D tracking capabilities. Yeah, dude.
That'd be sick as fuck, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah, dude,
Jeff,
I don't know.
are you
What's
still
up?
working, Jeff?
Yeah, I am working, still delivering beer, but it's been great because I just put the mask up and then I just keep looking like I'm robbing all of the liquor stores because all people are getting are my eyes and they're very angry.
You're the real hero. Fuck the nurses. That's what
That's
I
what I'm
say.
saying, dude. Who's supplying liquor stores, bro?
Yeah.
This guy
Yeah.
right here. I'm going into bars, slipping, bringing kegs, smash it. Dude, I just like busted my finger the other day just smashing kegs together. I was like, fuck this job, dude. I hate this. And meanwhile,
Dude,
like, there's
We're the
nurses
people
out
in
there.
Philly coming out at 7 o'clock to bang pots for me.
Yeah.
That's what I mean, dude. That's what I'm saying. Just bang some kegs. We could just do some stands in the street.
Yeah.
Anyone who has seen you working has probably thought you were like a doomsday prepper for sure. Like
Yeah.
you all
yeah.
fucking geared up with kegs of beer. They're like, God, this is worse than we thought. Like
Listen, I'm gonna Kevin
that guy does not look like he needs to hit his wife any harder. Yeah, here he is with 3 kegs.
Is that guy getting in a van? What's he do? What's he getting in? Is it a van? Yeah, this is my van. This is my van right here. It's my beer van, bro.
GTA style though.
Yeah, dude, it's been fucking.
yeah.
It's been chill. It's been, just nice to earn some money, but like, then I'm finding out that all these people that like got fired or let go or fucking are going through unemployment right now are getting paid like triple what they should be getting paid. And I was like, I wish I got fucking fired, dude. Shit, my brother's making like more money than I am on unemployment right now, and
That's
he's
what
like
my,
5 years old.
Yeah, my sister's fiance was out of work for like 2 weeks. He's a mechanic, and then he was like, "Why would I go back? I'm making more. Can you just stay closed?"
That's what I mean, dude. It makes no sense. They're just like,
Yeah.
listen, unemployment is at an all-time high, and everyone's like, fuck yeah, we love that shit. Actually, you guys keep that unemployment going. We do not want jobs. No more jobs.
My
Democrats 2020, baby, no jobs. Hell yeah.
Kanye West is like, no jobs, bro. Only love gurus. And you're like, I actually can get behind that. How much does that pay?
no, I miss Michael Myers. Do not. No. No more Love Guru. It ruined him. It ruined Mike Myers.
That ruined him.
Wait, that's what did?
I
was
like,
gonna
out
say.
of all the things that ruined Michael Myers, that was it.
Has he done a movie since then?
No, man. He's probably on a podcast somewhere. I like where his ceiling is.
God, I hope Michael Myers has a podcast, and I hope there are less people that listen to it than My Voice Sucks. That's what.
There's truly, it's at the point now where like you'll click on like a celebrity and you're like, oh, I guess I wasn't following this person, even though I like them. And then you'll look and they'll be like, are you listening to my podcast? And I'm like, dude, I didn't know you had a podcast. And
Yeah.
you're a gazillion times more famous than me.
Yeah.
So like, if I don't know you have a podcast and nobody knows you have a podcast, who the fuck's going to tune into my podcast?
I always like when I do like the metrics thing, or when I look those up, when there's some person from like the middle of bumblefuck America, that like someone in like Iowa that listens to it. I was like,
How'd you
in
find
what world did you you type in like, I want to kill myself, make me feel better? Like, did
And
you
then
type
come
in
up with
like,
a bad Google
I want to
result?
listen to I want to listen to people that are sadder than me? Is that how you found my podcast? That's
It's actually like Alexa. You'll type in "My voice sucks," but also 2 retards, 1 mic registers.
That's actually hilarious. Just somebody out loud saying my voice sucks, Siri catching it and just playing your first episode. And someone I don't want to listen to someone else who's sad.
Listen, I'm fine with this invasion of privacy.
Now, should we change the podcast to I'm So Alone so we can get more people? Alexa, I'm so alone.
Oh, it'd be a great. I don't know. There might be someone who had done this already, but if someone named their podcast "Suicide Hotline," Yeah, that'd be a good one.
I wonder how much flack they would catch. Like if people, if like the government reached out and they're like, "You're actually really doing us a disservice right now. You are hurting a lot of Americans."
They pull a Joe Exotic. They just crib the entire logo and everything.
Yeah.
It's just like a hotline operator going, listen, you can't kill yourself by holding your breath. You will pass out. And then legit.
Giving really good advice. You're like, listen to me, you watch Tiger King yet? I promise you don't need to kill yourself. And if you do want to kill yourself, it has to be after you watch Tiger King. That should be the last thing you watch. It just says suicide hotline, but there's like cheetah print behind it.
10,000 people a year died of suicide, and one is killed by Carol Baskin.
Load a shotgun right in the background.
Awareness.
They want to live in a world where
Loaded tiger.
Rusty, shut up. I can't hear Scott, dude. I'm super sorry.
It wasn't
Go ahead. I just wanted an excuse to yell at Rusty. Don't you worry about it.
Jeff, I get it.
I feel this
I
is
like having
we got similar
excuses.
chemistry going on right now.
Yeah. I like yelling at Scott for no reason.
I can tell that from the Facebook group message where I'm like, yeah, it's a little bit similar.
Dan's just like, yeah, what's happening? Screw Scott. Gotcha. Gotcha.
Yeah, are you always like that with Scott, or are you trying to match Jeff's energy?
No, this is a pretty normal relationship.
Nice.
And
And
it's always weird to look at this parallel.
Feeds into it a little bit, doesn't he? Because Rusty feeds into my chaos, and then he's like, "What happened?"
I'm the king of all betas,
Pour
dude.
gasoline on the fire.
No, dude, I don't want to be alpha. I'm just the top beta.
Same.
Been on Netflix lately?
Well, no, I'm the top beta,
No,
right?
you guys
No,
gotta fight for it
that's not
now.
true.
You two idiots gonna.
I'm the beta king, dude. I'm the alpha beta.
Ooh,
I'll fucking.
Adolf.
I will.
They have boxing
Yo,
with special
if it's me
Olympics,
and you in a room, I will hold it down until Jeff or Clark get there. I swear to God, dude. I swear to God.
So you're gonna get.
And then when they get there, I'll go, oh, finally. And you'll be like, what? Gotcha.
We're just gonna go to a big conversation about Sex in the City and then forget our differences.
This kid's such a Miranda, dude.
I don't know. I literally wanted to do a comment like that, and then I thought for a second, and I was like, I don't know any of the names.
Yeah, I couldn't remember.
I'm like, you're being such a Melinda or something.
You're such a Belinda, dude.
Is that a name? I don't know.
No.
You're being such a cunt.
Cunts in the City, dude. I'd watch it. Can I not say that?
HP's getting cunts in the city.
Jeff's eyebrows are my applause meter, and when they go up really high, I'm like, what did I say?
Oh no, where'd Jeff go?
What is this?
Oh, your
He's too
video's
offended,
down.
dude.
Oh,
Yeah.
you moved.
Hey.
Hey.
What
I
happened?
must have flexed. It sent a
Jeff,
shockwave.
Flexed way too hard, dude. You gotta keep those
Jeff,
shoulders in
happened?
check.
Your profile of you at Helium with a nice collared shirt on.
There it is.
It looks like you're a much nicer boy than you are.
And I would agree with that. Can you guys not see me?
No, you keep going away. Oh, you're
I'm
back
not
no,
now.
going away. I don't know what's happening.
No, I mean you're there, but you. I mean,
There's just too much beta power on this
Stop with the-
podcast.
stop
Scott
flexing.
Rusty.
Yeah, dude, we're fucking cursing this boy off.
It's like,
Yo, dude, I think Dan Clark's out alphaing you. I think that's what's happening right now, dude.
damn.
No one's ever said that.
Only
about
mine
me at all.
affected.
Yeah. Jeff keeps like turning off his camera to read The Game, a guide about getting pussy. Fucking neg Dan.
Although I will say, Jeff, I think this is the first time you and Scott might have talked since Scott kicked both our asses in fantasy football.
I can't even hold on. Wait, I can't even get into the fact that Scott in the first like 3 rounds and then beat our fucking ass in fantasy
Yeah.
football. And you guys can't even see my facial expression. This is bullshit.
Oh, we can
Well,
see you.
We see you now. You're just ugly. Yeah, we see you. You're just ugly.
Wait, what? I can't even see myself.
Oh, well, are you that vain that you have to look at yourself?
Yeah, for sure. What are you talking about?
You can't see my keg riddled hands, can you?
Yeah, dude, you want to see it? I'll fucking show you.
Pop 'em
You gotta
up.
fucking.
Oh,
Oh, dude, your hands are riddled by kegs.
I know. I know.
You're like the Riddler, but with kegs, dude.
a tale of 2 kegs.
I hate that I can't see myself, and I don't care if Dan calls me out for it. I cannot stand it.
Dude, honestly, I've had you blocked out for a minute.
Dude, I don't understand. It was just like your webcam's not working, and my webcam light is still on, and it's like, yeah,
No,
it's
we
just
know.
a lot of here.
Wait, Jeff, do you have like, is it a webcam on your computer, or are you still in the early 2000s? Okay, I wasn't sure if you had like one of those like ball webcams. That you're
No, his room is just normally that pixelated. That's just how he lives his life.
Oh well.
Are you in the? Are you still in the towers or whatever?
No, we moved out due to
Murder.
Due to them being called the towers.
Yeah.
Murder tower, dude.
Yeah.
do the murder towers, and they're like, "You guys talk about the twins," and you go, "No, idiot, we're talking about the real."
Planes were flying
Dude,
a little too low.
Yo, I was thinking about it the other day. We moved in. Somebody drowned in the pool, right? Sea level, as low as it gets, dude, in the pool. Months later, somebody gets thrown off of the top floor, a few floors above us.
Damn.
Murdered from as high as it goes. And then our next door neighbor was shot dead with Jeff just doors away and unable to assist.
What
You didn't
part
send
of
the lions after him?
Yeah. What does he
of
look like?
Jersey
A
was
fucking
that?
school shooter? It's not
That's
Columbine, dude.
It's Collingswood. It's like
Yeah.
imagine
It's
Is that-
Close
Oakland.
enough.
it's the in between of Camden and like where the tap room is. So like
Okay.
it's just like you're like
I've been to your place before, and like I just assumed it was people. I didn't think it was anyone like killing each other.
me neither.
Maybe-
And that's the problem is like one street you can get like, fancy grilled cheeses, and then the next street there's murder, and you're like, I'm not really sure. This wasn't on the lease. I didn't see any of this stuff.
You can get a good sandwich after you exhaust your energy throwing someone off the top floor of your building.
I'm surprised you didn't preface that story with, I got a fun little story to tell. So
I thought it was implied.
You guys laughed. It was fun. Come on.
Yeah, we left. We moved Rusty into a little basement, and he did a good job, dude. Your room looks nice for being what it was when I originally moved half your furniture down there for you.
Man, a king's gotta have his castle.
Yeah, you got like a fucking Monet back there? What is that?
Yonder or Yander?
The painting. I guess
Yonder.
Yander.
It looks like an
Yander?
overpass map.
Oh,
Where are
okay.
your hands pointed?
That is a
Where your doom mask is, dude.
that is a poster from Spirited Away, the Miyazaki film.
Oh, nice.
If you ever seen it.
That is, but I'll say nice to.
Here's a sad little story for you, Scott. I'll welcome you into my life, dude.
Oh,
You're a new
stop
friend.
Being
So
giddy when you
part of the reason I love anime so much. Part of the reason I love anime so much, and part of the reason I love this movie, Spirited Away, so much, is my family took me food shopping one time, but I was being annoying, and they left me in the movie section where it was playing on the TV in the front of Costco, and they went shopping and just left me there to watch the movie in the fucking hood at a Costco the entire time. Or I guess it wasn't a Costco because we're in the hood, was it? It was a fucking Sam's Club, I guess.
Club, yeah.
Is that the hood of bulk stores?
And then
BJ's better than Sam's Club?
Yeah, dude.
Is it?
Yeah, dude.
In my area, Sam's Club's super nice. Hey, can we be honest? It's a bulk store, so it's not like the best anyway.
Yeah, dude, you're a bulk store, and here you are.
Goddamn ass, I am. You got
Okay.
goddamn
I
ass.
wasn't sure if that was a compliment or a fat joke.
You know what? I think I've been actually putting on some pounds. It's for my stint when I'm on Survivor. That's just so I don't pass out from all the calories.
Yeah.
Unlike Jeff, the line we walk is very thin. Okay.
That look, dude, the eyebrows.
Yeah.
Dude, Rusty, how are you gonna say that when I'm fucking out here repping just the sweet heat merch, baby?
Dude, mine hasn't come. It looks so good though, dude. You look like an Olympian.
Thanks, dude.
Yeah, they don't want to drive to the towers.
Oh, dude. Oh man, Scott couldn't even afford one. He could spend all day hacking and data mining with his boy Justin Long, but you know what?
Do I have to buy Bitcoin?
That's the difference between Sweet Heat and My Boy Sucks. Over here, we got two Bruce Willises. You got two Justin Longs.
No, dude. Correct. If me and Dan started our own podcast, then it would be that way. Rusty, don't ever compare yourself to Bruce Willis unless it's the one in Sixth Sense, because you're fucking dead to me, dude.
Damn.
And bulbing.
No, Jeff, it would be a problem if we had a podcast. I think the dynamics that we have are good. There needs to be someone who's a little bit too much of a bully, on one. We can't have two bullies on one podcast. We would try to outbully each other. It wouldn't work, man.
I agree.
Also, I still constantly get so fucking angry when I realize how much younger you are than me. I know I've told you this before. When I found out how old you were, when I saw it was like a year ago, and whenever the fuck you turned however old you are, and your mom was like, I can't believe my little boy's this old. I was like, Jeff looks like he's older than me.
Yeah.
Dan went through the Freedom of Information Act, and he was like, how old is Jeff?
Yeah.
Listen, I get it. I look much older, but at the end of the day, your boy is only 24 years old, and I'm here to stay. Okay.
Scott, how old are you?
28.
No fucking way.
Yeah, I get that.
If we stood next to each other and we put who's older and we put money down and we were like made people bet, we could just hustle people, Scott, because nobody's picking.
Is this our new gig?
Everyone would say Jeff is older.
This is like the alternative to doing a Patreon. It's just
we can just
going to carnivals. Like,
Dude, Jeff, they're so old, dude. We're the future.
Oh wait, Rusty! I forgot. That means Rusty's younger than both of you guys. Rusty,
Rusty.
see, I look old, but Rusty looks just rough.
I look regular.
Rusty looks like
I look regular.
Ate his ass for 38 years.
Yeah, Rusty's like the homeless guy that you're like 10 or 55. I'm not sure.
Rusty,
15 or 40, but like either way, it's Arrested Development.
Neil Wood put it best. He said that I look like I ate all of the acid but gained none of the wisdom.
Super fair. That's super fair.
Yeah. I have like an excited but empty look in my eye. Like I'm full of love, but like free of burden.
I was going to hear Scott's first go.
Yeah, both of you were talking at the same time.
I'm trying to. I'm sorry.
Stop talking.
What? Did you want to? You're right. I should let the beta go. Go ahead, bud.
Oh, well, no. I mean, listen.
Don't talk now. Don't talk now. We'll defend you. Don't take that.
Same position, Rusty. We got to be in this together.
You're right, dude. I'm sorry. That was rude to me.
Off at the knees, dude. You're fucking nasty. You're a nasty beta. That's why us alphas have to keep people in control like you, because you're a fucking menace, bro, on society.
It turns out I'm just a mean girl.
Beta. It's just like, this is a maldiagnosis.
He just calls people mean names and then tells really like mean stories and sad stories, but passes them off like funny stories, and the fact that he's a good friend and all of them are incorrect and lies. You're my boy, Blue.
I'm having a great time with you guys.
No, dude, wait, Rusty. I went on. So remember we were talking about the edible.
Can I smoke on this podcast?
Not in my room.
My parents are watching.
Yeah, dude. I didn't sign up
in recovery, so don't do this, please, Rusty. I don't care actually.
So I took.
I just lied about my sister being a heroin addict for the sake of art or something. I don't know. That seems fucked up, right?
You just lied to your sister about being a heroin addict, or your sister
about her being, or you being?
I lied about her being. I said she was in recovery. She's not.
I was gonna say what you said, Jeff, makes a lot more sense.
But as long as she does heroin, it's not fucked up.
I don't think she does.
Well, then it's fucked up.
I don't know.
Or you're a prophet and you fucking called this shit.
2 years from now, everyone's gonna be like, Kate had a problem. Be like, fuck, I knew something was going on.
And then I'm sitting there and Dan said I was an asshole. I feel like in 2 years, I'm probably going to be an asshole. That was a good call.
I mean, it's that or you got to start dosing your sister on heroin. I don't see any other options.
Unless you want to be painted as a liar, dude. That's up to you.
You know, I'm okay with that, actually. I'm fine with as I've gotten older, Jeff and Rusty, you know, you'll realize this. And I think Rusty, you have a little bit more than Jeff. It's okay if you're a piece of shit. It's okay if you're a piece of shit.
You think so?
I think it's funny that anybody thought that you were a bigger piece of shit than me, and I really, really respect that. Thank you, Dan. Because he is a piece of shit. He really is. I know way more about him than other people do, and it's really bad. Remember that time in Cancun, Rusty? Let's not even talk about it.
I wasn't going to.
Damn.
Legally, we're not allowed to.
I thought this was an honest, open podcast, but whatever.
I thought we were at an open mic. Is this not what this has been? I've been writing jokes this whole time.
I decided we were talking earlier. I decided I'm going to wait when everything opens up. I'm going to wait 2 weeks to start doing open mics and shit again, just so I can avoid all the dumb bullshit comments. Yep. The new ones that like just started like a month before all this happened, and then to avoid all the coronavirus jokes, because the first 20 comics are just going to be doing coronavirus jokes. and everyone's gonna eat him up because we're supportive and we're one big community and we all fucking love each other. Some other dumb bullshit. Thank you, Jeff. It's a good move. That's what
I give him my life force.
Yeah.
I think I might just kill myself at an open mic. That would be a good bit.
That would be
Not
really
even when I'm on stage. I'm just gonna do it from the audience and like make death.
Yo, heckle Mike, dude.
do a
Yeah.
competition and be like, that guy was the most unique and original.
Philly's funniest. I thought you said gunniest.
That was so stupid.
Yo, no, Dan, I agree with you 100% though. It's like that Rick and Morty episode with like the parasites that like come and like add themselves to their memories and shit like that. You seen that?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like it's gonna be like that in comedy, where all these people who weren't here before Corona show up and they're like, yeah, we've had some crazy times, missed you guys, and it's like, who the fuck are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be like a 19-year-old like fucking Temple student. Like, yeah.
Temple student who's somehow from New
Great
York
impression
still,
of a
just because
19-year-old
that's
Temple
Philly.
student.
I don't know what they sound like, so is
Go
either
out.
or on.
They all have the same look as Kevin O'Fee, and you're like, are they just building these guys in a factory?
Kevin's actually
I love
has
Kevin,
a
but he's
bunch
just
of
very
children.
generic looking.
Do they just recruit outside of an Odd Future concert? Where do they get all these?
It's like the real Slim Shady, but the
Will the real Slim Shady please stand up? All right, now leave the rest of you. Welcome to the Owls.
Do me a favor, raise your hand if you listen to Logic and you've made the cut. Okay.
Raise your hand if you listen to Logic and don't rap to every word he says.
Dude, how many people are going to come back and just talk about how much longer their hair is and their facial hair now? I feel like people are going to be like, so there I was, who looked like fucking Tom Hanks in Castaway. And you're like, oh, you're the only one?
Very good. Mm-hmm.
Dude,
All right, I gotta delete that bit real quick.
backspace. Dude, I was talking to Rob Cruz earlier. Like, the jokes I've written are not even like remotely impressive for the time we've had off. Where I'm like,
no, me too.
I think I just looked at my notes and I was like, I think I wrote like 7 jokes probably during the quarantine, and then I looked and I was like, I think these are 7 high just notes, and 4 of them are misspelled. 3 of them have no direction. It's just like,
I have 3 notes that just end with "imagine that."
That's what they begin
one
with.
of them is "thank God dogs don't sweat." Imagine that.
am I right? Question mark.
Dude, I think you got a shtick. It's gonna kill the Temple students.
I just get them to do some like Family Guy cutaways in their mind.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, dude.
You start screaming, hey, did you guys imagine that? It doesn't work if you didn't think about it.
It sucks, but it's when people just first start trying out comedy. There's a few people that I have in mind, but it just sucks when they're not over that hump yet of realizing that they didn't write a punchline, that they just said some crazy thing and their punchline was and like, what the fuck? And you're like, no, that's not. I understand you brought up a crazy scenario and then you gave us your reaction, but you didn't. There's nothing else there to it, so you gotta figure it out.
No. I'll toe the line. There was this one guy I remember who was coming around the Jersey scene for a while, and he had this bit that was just him talking about this challenge that he did in college. That was like, you eat a whole pizza, you drink a whole bottle, you crush a 6-pack, and you smoke a whole 1/8. And like after everyone, he went, a whole pizza? Crazy. And then went on to the next.
I know. I'm trying
I
to think.
kind of wish
Do I know who that is?
weed. Just hearing that, like,
Yeah.
No, my favorite thing is when, and it always happens when there's like a brand new open micer and they do a joke, and it always starts with, so guys, I'm not a big fan of sushi. And then I turn to whoever's next to me and I go, the punchline is, and that's why I don't eat pussy. And I'm right 95% of the time. If I hear sushi at someone's act, I'm like, pussy's coming in a minute and a half.
You should get a t-shirt made, dude.
Almost.
And that's why I don't eat pussy. And then just as soon as someone says sushi, you open it up.
Yeah, I am almost always right about that. And it's my favorite thing in the world.
imagine being like a 20-year-old who ate pussy for the first time, and like you stop going down there to like write something in your notepad. Like, this is genius. Perfect bit.
Did you have sushi before I came over? I did not. That's what I thought.
I feel like it's definitely also like probably a can I use that moment? You know what I mean? Like he didn't even write that. His friend was just like, oh, dude, nah, sushi? I don't even eat pussy.
Hey, can I use that real quick? Is that cool if I just use that? Do you guys care?
He's just so inept though. He's just eating ass, thinking he's eating pussy.
She lied to him about
It's
not having-
actually not even a real true story. I actually had to come up with that one all up here. I was really eating ass the whole time, and then I thought, what if I was eating pussy?
So I took my tongue out of her belly button.
So there I was, Cinco de Mayo.
I found some lint on my tongue, and I went, "Why did this happen? You must have had sushi earlier." She went, "Why would there be lint on sushi?" She was like, "Is it gas station?" And I went, "I'm gonna bail on that bit." I pulled a real nice right there.
Because it was in my lady pocket was the punchline. Trust me, I know that territory. Treading water, oof.
I just hope it's them looking at their notes the next day. It just says lady pocket and sushi. You're like, what does this mean?
Fast forward to Dan Clark in the audience while I take the stage for the first time after quarantine. And he just goes, "That's why I don't eat pussy." We're good writers, dude. That was deep. That was meta.
Oh, dude, I'm just gonna create a female pleasure product called the fucking
No, you're not.
Female pocket. The pussy pocket. What did you call it?
Lady pocket.
Lady pocket.
The lady pocket, and then you just have a sushi skin, like a phone case. Like you just put on the sushi skin.
That's actually what the LP stands for in Slim Shady LP.
Kevin O'Fee does look like he would own a lady pocket. Jeff, by the way you said I created a pleasure product for women, it let everyone know that you would never create any pleasure for anyone.
I agree.
I just hope you start like reaching out to like adult product jobs tomorrow. Like, what's your experience? Well,
Dude, to this day, I'll never understand. I was definitely like a kid, but there was we were down at a beach on vacation in Florida, and it had a store like on their like kind of boardwalk type thing, and it just said beach sex toys. And I remember being like, sex toys specifically for the beach seems like a very narrow-minded business. And then I think someone was like, "No, dude, I think it's just sex toys, but at the beach." And I was like, "But why would anyone need to create such a business? Why are you here?"
SJW.
See, I was thinking like a vibrator powered by sand and salt water.
a big tube you can go out in the ocean with, but like really when you sit on it, it's just like vibrating the whole time.
Yeah.
So there I was looking like Tom Hanks, got my volleyball and my pleasure kit.
Did you see? I hate bringing up like stupid tweets and stuff like that, but I did like the one where it was like me watching Castaway before the quarantine. It was like, "How's he friends with the ball?" And then it was like me during quarantine. It was like, "Look at you, Roomba, you son of a bitch! Look at you go!"
Twitter's doing some pretty good things.
Twitter's doing some good things.
Twitter's doing some good things. I'll admit it here. I'm on TikTok, but I don't have a TikTok account. TikTok's doing some dumb bullshit.
Yeah,
I was hoping quarantine would make it more like Vine, and they're not doing it right.
I'm sorry. I love how you try to justify it. Like, I have TikTok, but I'm not on it.
No, I'm on.
I'm on it. I don't have an account, which makes
I don't have an account.
I don't lip sync, but
I'm on there to catch predators, okay? I don't.
Chris Hansen 2.0.
In 60
There are
seconds.
videos on TikTok of people like, "We caught this predator and we caught this pedophile." I'm like, what if they're just lying?
Yeah,
No,
they're just
they
lying
are.
for
It's been a thing for a minute on YouTube. It's like the same shit with those, like, you ever see those Joey Salads things where he's like it's like scares people fucking that their kids are gonna get in vans. You ever seen that shit?
Yeah.
No.
It's fucking retarded. Yeah, it's this guy who just literally is like, "Hey, you want to get in our van? We'll take you to get some rare Pokemon Go's." Bye, Jeff. And fucking.
You said the word poke.
Am I gone again?
You were for a second.
You've been on our computer.
I saw you.
Yeah.
Am I looking good?
Oh, maybe it's our connection, dude. Maybe we're off. Maybe it's.
I mean, I still can't see my own face, so it's been a fucking nightmare, if I'm being honest.
Hey, most people can't.
I know. I just think I need to look good, okay? I fucking, dude, honestly, I haven't had a haircut probably since like episode maybe like 10 or 9 or something, dude. I haven't gotten haircuts.
And your haircuts are special, dude. Alan's gonna have so much to talk to you about.
My haircuts are real special. We have like a hardcore gossip session about like artificial intelligence and the U.S. government and all their conspiracies.
Dude,
I want to go to your barber, dude. That guy's
my barber,
he's
nuts,
insane.
dude. I love him so much. He actually has his own podcast now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I forget what it's called, but I think
It's a series of letters and numbers, so the government can't track them.
I forget. He tried to call me the other day, and I was like, "What's up, dude? Like, I'm doing something right now." And he's like, "Nothing, dude. I was calling you to tell you I was right about this conspiracy and all this bullshit, like all this stuff." And I was like, "Yeah, no, I don't have time for you to just tell me you're right." You know what I mean? Like, I thought it was going to be something more important. If you're right, like, thumbs up emoji, get in there, dude. But he's the type of guy who's like, Dan, I swear to God, he's like, "Listen, dude, you see the grass out there? That's the currency of the world." And you're like, no, it's not. And then he has like weirdly like 11 facts to back it up, but they're really skewed facts. And you're like, no, I know, but Alan, I feel like I beat you by just saying right now that I can't go grab grass and then walk over to the Wendy's and buy myself a fucking number 7. And he's like, but dude, you could. And I was like, no, I can't. No, I can't. That's not a good argument. Stop hitting me with like, but dude, you do have that power.
But I feel like that kind of confidence, just he could do that. You couldn't. He could.
Yeah.
He could 100% be like, they'll be like, this is $7. And he's like, this is 5 blades of grass. You're welcome.
Yeah.
And they'll give it to him.
Dude, he's like mixed in Spanish and stuff. And he told me one time, he's like, dude, you're black. You can say the N-word. I was like, no. And I was like, we're in a barbershop and I know that this is a test and I am not going to. He's like, dude, you're just as black as I am. And I'm like, knock it off. Don't put that in me, okay?
Oh, well,
been
your
training for
haircut
this
turns out
test
all
his whole
fucked
life.
up, and you're like, "What happened?" Like, "Oh, I said the N-word."
Well, Jeff, you're Italian, right?
It happened again.
Jeff, you're Italian, right?
I am Italian, yes.
So you're kind of expected to say it at some point in your life.
At some point, I agree. I agree, dude.
Listen, I've been hanging out at Super Slurs.
That's actually chapter 1 in the Dirty Dago handbook. It starts off where it says, so you can read a book, you dirty wop. And I said, how dare you? And then I went on to the next page.
Well, you can't be that Italian.
Dude, I'm Sicilian, or I don't even care. I mean, you know what's sad is like I'm like 45% Irish, and you could just never tell.
Yeah, I would have no idea.
No, it's like when Troy Moore is like, did you know I'm not Italian? And you're like, I'll fight you right now because you're a liar.
Well, you know what? The thing is with, I hope I'm not offending the Jersey people, Jeff and Rusty, but like, I think when you grow up in New Jersey, you just assume some kind of Italian identity to some degree.
I agree. I think it's very New Jersey. New Jersey.
Yeah.
We have like.
Do I seem Italian to you?
Rusty, I think you're the exception, actually.
Malworld's a weird place. I will say that. Malworld's a weird place.
Like most people I know from Jersey, I just assume are Italian because
we do.
I was married to an Italian, so like,
He can say the word.
Oh, and it ended in divorce, did it?
Yeah.
Not an Italian woman.
Yeah. No, it was. Yeah.
They are sane individuals.
What's that?
I said they are sane individuals. I definitely don't have some crazy Italian family members where I would go. Yeah. Can't imagine dating that person. Yeah. Can't imagine dating all that.
Yeah. Hashtag never again. And I'm not talking about 9/11. I'll say that much.
Hashtag never again will I move into this death
Everybody has their own 9/11, Dan. You don't have to be coy.
You're right. Yeah.
And you know what? A lot of us have the same 9/11.
I mean, to be fair, during his our marriage, he died 3,000 times.
To be fair, Dan's actually literally fucking. Dan's never been that high ever again in his entire life. He tried to fucking. He got up there. Every time he looks off on a good view, they go, "Do you enjoy this view from the balcony?" And you go, "How tall is this?"
Yeah.
48 feet. I could probably fucking. One jump? I could probably take it out, right?
Yeah. Well, they keep saying a number. It's just not high enough for me. That's the problem.
And what floor number are you on? I'm on floor number 16. Do you have anything higher? Is there anything more?
Yeah.
His ex-wife said, "We're all done."
Oh boy, Scott.
Dan would be the person that like went skydiving to like go kill himself, and then he fucking like landed in a parking lot and still somehow survived, like that one guy did.
Yeah.
Like,
Did that happen?
Yeah, some dude jumped out of an airplane, like landed in a parking lot, like broke his like whole body, obviously, and then lived. And you're like, dude, at that point, who the fuck wanted to live? Like,
No, but I think he like recovered. I don't think he became like I don't think he was like paralyzed. I think he like recovered though. Like he walks now.
Even crazier. I'm pretty sure that dude's Jesus. Like I'm pretty sure like he didn't jump out of a plane. Was Jesus? We were not ready for him. We weren't ready to catch him. And he was like, they're gonna be ready for when I come back, dude. They're ready for my comeback. And then he ate shit.
Yeah.
Do you think he'll do it again and be like, "I'm not sure if that was a fluke or"?
I think I was meant to die in that accident. Survivor's guilt.
I'm sure you guys. Oh, sorry, Rusty.
Oh no, no, mine was stupid. I was just gonna say that's like the. I've been quiet, I've been good for this past couple of minutes. I was gonna say it's like that fucking second grade biology project where you gotta make the parachute for the egg.
I was gonna say yes. No, I did do that, but it was funny. I was like second grade biology class. Kind of advanced
Are you talking about second graders in India making parachutes?
Yeah, dude. People in. Oh fuck, dude. We're having.
Scott, you're a good beta, man. You might have a claim to the throne. You might have a claim to the throne, dude.
And Scott, we present you with the infamous Charles Boyle Award from Brooklyn Nine-Nine. That is the ultimate beta king, I would say.
Yeah, that's true.
I never really watched that show, but I'll take it.
Joe Litruslio is the fucking man.
I do like him. I think once you look over at Evan's face and he looks bored, I always am like, I think it's a good time to probably start looking to wrap this up.
You guys are good. I have a couple text messages I had to answer real quick.
Yeah, right. Read them aloud then.
Share with the class.
Hey Siri.
Oh, yo, Evan said that he's gonna hook us up, dude. We already talked about it. Me and Evan are fucking. He already helped me get my scoring system for my game show, dude.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to figure something out. This will be a lot of fun.
Dude,
Nice.
I'm gonna do. You ever see Around the Horn?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm gonna be that guy. Except just imagine just me with ungodly power where I give you points on there's no point scale.
Imagine me with ungodly power.
I'm hoping to give him a Sega Genesis controller that'll give him all the power. It's gonna be great.
Shut up. -7 points, dude.
All right, so like I think I'd be good at the game if I wasn't me. You know what I mean? Like I think that like my skill set would make me a competitor, but I think that there's no way Jeff couldn't resist taking points from me.
Yeah, no, I think you're right about that. I think Rusty, you're in a lose-lose situation, dude.
You'd be muted the whole time. I'm like, you're not there. I can't even hear you.
Just like my Zoom funeral.
Oh, what a dude. I think it's fucked up that like if you just die like from anything else right now, they're like COVID-19, and they're like, nope, wasn't that at all. And they're like, yep, but we're writing it down because we don't, COVID-19. And you're like, nope, no, heart attack. Just a heart attack.
Nah, Rusty died from bad acid.
Yeah, Rusty's always gonna die from bad acid.
Yeah, right. Have you tried my fluff, dog? Shit's clean, fam.
I don't know anything about you.
Wait, is that a thing? People, is that is fluff? Is that a
yeah, it's like a.
The last time
we did that.
We did this because Jeff, you were trying to get your medical marijuana card, and we went through like the different slang names for drugs.
Way crazy names. And then honestly, I hit you guys with a couple. Yeah, and Rusty would be like, absolutely, that is correct. And I'm like, what? Yeah. I've never heard that. What underground like railroad are you? I didn't know.
No, dude. Fluff is like how there's indica and sativa for weed. There's like kind of like strains to acid in a way. It's like different like crystallizations of the acid itself. So there's like fluff and needlepoint and yeah, I get the cleanest shit. So
Harriet Tapman.
Hell yeah, punchline on my fucking shitty accidental Underground Railroad thing. I love that. Now Scott's an accomplice. Wait, do you know what Brittany told me?
What?
Dude,
that your eyes are huge? I
know. Well, because I'm fucking usually looking Japanese, so I get really big eyes. Dude, Brittany told me. Brittany told me that she was delivering packages the other day, and a white dude with a black dog came up to her and was like, "Yeah, you can pet my dog." And Brittany's like, "Nice. Like, what's its name?" And the guy looked at Brittany dead serious and said, "This is Rosa Parks." and I was like,
"My dog will knock it off of buses."
Dude, imagine if that his next comment was just like, "Sit." No,
stay.
Dude, I was like, that's so disrespectful.
Wait,
for him.
Rosa Parks, not Rosa Barks.
Rosa Parks.
No, I like where you're going with Rusty.
I would have gone all the way.
I think it's still trying to save that guy. I think actually that might have been someone you know if you're trying to save them that hard.
You meet a lot of guys at the park. I don't know, dude.
But dude, I don't know. I feel like to go out of your way and say that to Brittany, you're like, what are you trying to do? Do you get a rise out of me? Relax. Look, Brittany's just a nice girl, all right?
Yo, he's just doing his own like psychopathic fucking impractical jokers. And it's like, all right, tell this black girl your dog's a racist.
Tell them that you're a racist. It's not a racist. It's your problem.
Yeah, my dog's name is Nelson Mandela because it was locked up for a while.
My dog's name is Michael Vick for the same reason.
If my dog murders dogs, his name's Michael Vick.
I call him a fighter, but whatever.
I call him the best quarterback the Eagles ever had. That's not his Christian name, but you know.
Oh man, dude. Swapcast. Where are we at, Ev?
Yeah.
We are at an hour.
Bang,
you want to? Let's wrap it.
That was fuego.
Yeah.
Thank you, boys. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yo, I love the duo. You guys were great.
Yeah. Time. I'd like to figure my laptop and figure out how to get both of us in the frame.
Yeah, I feel like a couple right now. Just like, all right, get in the shot.
You have one of those shared Facebook accounts.
So what do we name this episode? Do we name it fucking the Murder Towers, or do we name it like Live Free or Die Hard? Or...
My favorite punchline was Scott with the fucking the school shooting with the tigers. I don't know.
Yeah, well, go ahead and try to put that into a title.
Mine was on our end. If Scott, if you're cool with it, I was going to call it the good beta, but
I like that.
Good beta.
Yeah,
I'm good with that.
I'm into that.
I mean, you guys can call it whatever you want because it's coming out on your own thing too. So
just people are like, oh, dude, 2 different episodes. Oh, nope, the same exact episode.
No, I want it to be the
this
same
one
thing.
we'll really find out what the crossover is.
Am I getting deja vu?
We
So
did that
Jeff
with
will call ours the better beta.
yeah.
Fine.
Great beta. We did that with Cody and Rob Cruz, where we did like a Swapcast, but we're like, let's just record 2 different podcasts. And then I felt like we were like, fuck, so who gets like the shitty first one? Because that one sucked, but the second podcast was fire.
Look, yeah. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash coming in. Come get your man, this little nigga bugging me. Just leave the bag, quit all that jaw jackery. Don't even pass me that, I don't want none of it. These niggas mad about it, had enough of it. Whoa, watch what you saying, how that popping and shaking. Got me hot as
This has been a DropTent Media production.